Thao flew us over a plain on which I could see animals of all sorts. Some were two-legged and resembled little ostriches, others were four-legged creatures similar to mammoths, but twice as big. I also watched cows graze side by side with hippopotamuses. The cows were so similar to those we have on Earth, I couldn't help but remark on it to Thao, pointing as I did so, at a particular herd, just like an excited child at the zoo. She laughed heartily. "Why shouldn't we have cows here, Michelle? Look over there and you'll see donkeys, and there, giraffes, although they are somewhat taller than on Earth. See how lovely those horses are as they run together." I was thrilled, but wasn't I constantly thrilled by this experience, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less? What really rendered me speechless, to the amusement of my friends, was the sight of horses bearing the heads of very pretty women, some blonde, others auburn or brown, and even some with blue hair. As they galloped, they would often soar for tens of meters. Ah yes. In fact, they had wings, folded back against their bodies, which they made use of from time to time, something like the flying fish which follow or precede ships. They lifted their heads to see us and tried to rival the speed of the Lativok. Thao reduced speed and altitude, enabling us to approach within several meters of them. There were more surprises ahead of me, as some of these horsewomen cried out to us in a language that was recognizably human. My three companions answered in the same language, and the exchange was obviously a pleasant one. We didn't linger long at that low altitude, however, as some of the horsewomen soared to such heights, they almost touched our vehicle, thereby risking injury to themselves. The plain we flew over was, in places, embossed with small knolls, all of about the same size. I remarked on them, and Biastra explained that, millions of years ago, these knolls had been volcanoes. The vegetation below us had none of the exuberance of the forest I had experienced on my arrival. On the contrary, here the trees were grouped in small stands, reaching no more than 25 meters in height. As we passed, large white birds took flight by the hundreds, only to land again, a safe distance away. A wide watercourse flowed to the horizon, dissecting the plain with its lazy wanderings. I could make out some small dokos grouped together on a bend of the river. Thao guided the Lativok above the river, reducing altitude to water level as we approached the settlement. We landed in a small square between two dokos, and were immediately surrounded by the inhabitants. They didn't scramble or push to get near us, rather, they stopped what they were doing and calmly approached us. They formed a circle large enough to be comfortable, and for all to have equal opportunity to see an alien face to face.